Hi everybody, and welcome to another in my classic albums first listens series. My first listens to classic album series is what I meant to say. And today we are listening to Led Zeppelin's fourth album, Led Zeppelin 4. So my relationship with Zeppelin basically consists of this and a DVD that came out at the same time. I'll hold that the right way around, that'll be better, won't it? So this is the Led Zeppelin remasters that came out in 96, does that say? Very small writing. 1990, blimey. So it's sort of like a greatest hits for a band that never released any singles in the UK. But it's a nice overview of their whole career. I really enjoyed this. I just never got round to getting their albums on CD. So now I'm getting back into vinyl. Or have got back into vinyl, let's face it. I've maintained, from as soon as I started seriously collecting, I would get Zeppelin's albums. Then when I started this series, it became a bit more urgent, let me say. I think I had 1, 3 and 4 recommended to me. I will get 1 and 3, I just haven't yet. I'll get 2 as well, and the later albums. But yeah, I just never really got round to fully exploring the catalogue. I know I will enjoy this album. I like Led Zeppelin. But, it'd be interesting to hear it as a whole. So spoilers, I will enjoy this album. But yeah, this is my copy I bought at a Slice of Vinyl in Gosport. I bought it pre-loved, but it is one of the modern remastered pressing reissue type things. So I'm being attacked by a willow. I've got the inner, which has the lyrics to Stairway on it, but none of the others for some reason. On Atlantic. Very good, very clean pressing. Should play fine, no problems. Yeah, not much more to say. As I say, I know I'm going to enjoy this album. I know, what do I know already? I know Black Dog, I know Rock and Roll, I know Stairway to Heaven, I know Misty Mountain Hop, I know When the Levee Breaks. I think I've heard the Battle of Evermore, a live version at least. So I know most of this album, if not necessarily these versions. Yeah, so, no more ado on this one. Let's just listen to the album and I'll be back with my opinion. This won't be a review, as I say on all these videos. You need to live with an album to review it. This is my first impressions. Okay, see you in a bit. Really enjoyed that. Really good album. But it's hard to really judge how I feel about it. Just before it started, I checked what was on here from it and what wasn't, and all of side A are on here. So that's Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Battle of Evermore and Stairway, and then Misty Mountain Hop, which is track 1 from side B. So the first 5 tracks I already knew fairly well, because this is a CD that I used to listen to a hell of a lot. So it meant sort of 5/8 of the album I really, really knew, which meant that the 3 tracks that I didn't know were automatically lesser in my mind because I was just unfamiliar with them. When you're unfamiliar with a whole album, you can judge everything fairly, if you like, but when you're really familiar with a big chunk of the album, it does diminish the other tracks, I find anyway. That said, let's go through track by track. So opens with Black Dog. Really good, strong, punchy track, great riff, great solo, strong vocals, love the stop-start nature to it, just really great track. Then it goes into Rock and Roll, which is about as poppy as Led Zeppelin get. Great drum intro, sort of a boogie riff all through it. So, it's quite a poppy track by Led Zeppelin standards. And then you've got the drum outro as well that bookends it nicely. Another really strong track. And we get into Battle of Evermore, which I know I said in the first half, I thought I knew from a live version, but no, I know because it's on remasters. Love the track, really enjoy it. Sandy Denny's vocals, brilliant counterpoint to Robert Plant's. Love the lute or mandolin or whatever it is that drives the track. Lyrically, I've never got into Tolkien. I tried reading The Hobbit when I was a kid. Did nothing for me. Films, no interest in. It's just not, it's an area that's absent from my life, if you like. So lyrically, it doesn't do that much for me. What I recommend is that Shannon D, who's got a wonderful channel, really enjoy her videos. She's done a video just on the Battle of Evermore. It's about 15 minutes longish. Highly recommend it. I'll stick a link down below. But, if you're interested in Battle of Evermore and the story behind it and somebody more articulate than me talking about it, I highly recommend that video. But yeah, I like the track, but lyrically it's a bit too airy-fairy for me. That said, we then go into Stairway to Heaven, which is Stairway to Heaven, for fuck's sake, It's just an amazing, wonderful song. Has it been overplayed? Yes, probably. But the reason for it is, A, it's a great song, and B, it's long, so a DJ can put it on and go for a piss. And if they play Bohemian Rhapsody back to back with it, they've gone for number 2. Anyway, I just love the way it builds, the way the music develops. So it starts with a simple, guitar riff, and then it becomes a strummed guitar, and then the drums and everything come in. It's just, and it just builds and builds and builds. It's just amazing. And then right at the end, drops right down to just a vocal. Just an amazing track. It is a classic track, and it deserved to be. Too much talking. Side B opens with Misty Mountain Hop, so again another track I was familiar with. I love the almost sing-song vocals on it. It's just do 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 do. Fairly. It's almost one note, but it's 2 note. Back and forth, and then you get the screaming vocal at the end of each phrase, if you like. Just really strong. Great keyboard riff that sort of drives the song. Another great track. So then we go into the tracks I wasn't familiar with. We start with 4 Sticks, which I think, I might be wrong, but is named because Bonham used to play it with 4 drumsticks. First thing that struck me was how Robert Plant's vocals sounded a lot like Janis Joplin on that track, which is no bad thing. The drums just drive the whole song, really funky little groove going all through the song. A simple guitar riff that also keeps it going. Towards the end, got a bit proggy. The keyboards came in, did a bit of a solo. Liked that. My biggest gripe with it on first listen is that the vocals were a bit low in the mix. But enjoyed it. Then we had Going to California, which is basically just a simple folky song. Driven by a banjo, by the sounds of it, which I really liked. Really pretty song. Liked that. And then it ended with When the Levee Breaks, which I thought I knew. There might be a live version of it on the DVDs, but to be honest, it didn't. When it started, I thought, oh no, I don't recognise this. Love a harmonica throughout, particularly the way it opens it. But just, again, all the way through the song, keeps playing. Did find it got a bit repetitive. Went on longer than it needs to. I don't mind, particularly with Zeppelin, having solo bits in the middle and what have you, but these were just the same thing over and over again. It wasn't a guitar solo, it was just the riff being played, and didn't do that much for me. I liked it, but it didn't wow me. Thought it was quite a heavy song. If it wasn't for the harmonica, it would be, proper heavy metal, basically. but the harmonica lightened it a little bit. But yeah, probably the heaviest song on the album. You know, it's a great rock album, but that's more heavy, metal-y, that last track, when the levee breaks. But yeah, really enjoyed the album. As you know, a couple of little gripes I've got with it. I was just, you know, nitpicking. I enjoyed it all. It's an album I will listen to time and time again. You know, there's obvious reason it's a classic album. It is a great, great album. So that is Led Zeppelin 4. Great, great album. Yeah. This is my series, listening to classic albums for the first time. I need your recommendations. I want classic albums that are on lists of classic albums. Don't want your favourite albums unless they are on such lists. The lists I'm looking at are things like Rolling Stones magazine's 1,000 best albums, Q magazine's best 500 albums or best British albums. Mojo do similar. Various reputable websites do similar. That was take 3 on that little bit of a sentence. You know, so if it's on there, it doesn't matter genre, really don't mind. You might suggest something I've already got, already heard. Don't worry about that, you know, I'll just say, already got that, mate, you know. But if it's one that I think is a suitable suggestion, I'll try and track it down. I've got a pile to listen to. I'm working through a few today that will be posted over various weeks. But yeah, it's just interesting to me, and I hope to you, to hear these albums and, you know, see if I agree. Anyway, I'm waffling now, aren't I? You can tell. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.